Welcome back to my channel, Latin Language, and we're going to discuss business combinations, part 13, step acquisition. So this will be the second part of chapter 2. So chapter 2 na tayo ng business combinations, ha? Part 13 na tayo. At ito yung pangalawang part ng chapter 2. So what is step acquisition ba? So business combination where the acquirer obtains control of an acquiree in more than one transaction. So parang ang dating yan is kunyari, ikaw, si acquirer, tawag dito, bumili ka ng shares o parang part lang ng isang company, kanya sa XYZ. Ikaw si ABC. XYZ, bibili ko yung 15% mo. 15%. Hindi pa to business combination kasi you're just getting 15% of this one. Wala ka pang control eh. Kung mabili mo siya ng more than 50%, kunyari, nagsimula ka sa 15, tapos bumili ka ulit. Let's say 50, another 50. So 65 na, di ba? And then more than 50% na yun. Then, ito na yung step acquisition. Mm. So bumili ka muna, tapos next step, or pwede nga lang, ano lang muna eh, 15 muna, tapos 10, tapos next step, 20. 20, hindi pa to, 45 lang to eh. O, another one, 15. So sobra-sobra yung sa 50, di ba? So, yun yung step by step siya. Hanggang maging makuha mo na yung control. Nagkaroon na ng business combination doon. Okay? So the magic moment, the date when ownership moves from investment, nag-invest, invest, tapos may control ka na kasi more than 50 na to, to control. Mm. So once control is obtained, the relationship changes from investor ka muna, naging parent ka na. Diba? So ganun siya. Alright, next. So ano ba yung control? Okay. I think I've already discussed this in my previous video. Kaso lalagay ko na nandito for refresher. So investor controls an investee when they are exposed to variable returns and have the ability to affect those returns through their power. Okay. So, mayroon tayong three essential elements. Meron tayong power, exposure to returns, the link. So, current ability to direct the relevant activities. Kunyari, ikaw yung may power na mag-sell ng assets, ikaw yung may kapangyarihan na mag-hire ng management at mag-approve ng budget. Pag ikaw yun, may power ka. 'Di ba? So may control ka. Exposure to returns, the investor's returns, dividends increase and share price change based on how well the company performs. In the link, the investor can use their power to increase those returns. So, hindi lang siya palaging pag sinabing more than 50% may control ka. Kaso, pwede ka rin magkaroon ng control kahit na 30% lang yung shares mo basta you have this three essential elements, 'di ba? Mm. Pwedeng 30% lang kasi may control ka na. Kasi yung mga iba pang may-ari ng shares, meron mga 10, 5, 5, 5 lang. Malilit lang kaso ikaw yung pinaka-majority. Yeah. Kasi yung control doon. Mm. Yung nga dito, so common evidence usually owning more than 50% ng voting shares at yung pinaka-common, yun nga, more than 50%. But can also be through contracts or the ability to appoint the board of directors. Ito nga yun, yung tawag dito, hiring management. Diba? The three-step accounting process. Okay, ito yun. So, remeasure, take the previously held interest. So, first time natin na ito lalabas na rin. Magagamit na rin natin to. Kasi lagi sa formula natin, sa mga previous video natin, palaging zero lang siya palagi or nada, di ba? So, take the previously held interest, all shares, and adjust them to current fair value. So, kailangan natin siya adjust sa current fair value, yung previously held interest. I will discuss this later. Recognize, we will record any increase or decrease in value as a gain or loss in the income statement, profit or loss. Okay? So, syempre may mga pagbabago yan. Yung gain or loss yan, ilalagay natin siya sa income statement. Consolidate, calculate goodwill. Ito, syempre, palagi natin ginagawa to, no? Sa business combination tayo. We're going to calculate for the goodwill by combining the new payment, the old shares at fair value at the NCI. Si NCI, we have done it before. Nasa formula din siya. Mostly zero nga lang palagi natin siya nilalagay. But, yeah, I-discuss ko din. Usual formulas. So, we have the goodwill here. Ito yun. Palagi natin ginagamit to. Consideration transferred. So, alam na natin to. Ito yung pinambayad. So, it can be Assets, usually cash to eh. Usually cash, pwede rin siyang non-cash asset equipment, bang ganun. Pwede rin shares. Katulad na sa mga previous video natin, yung share for share exchanges, right? Non-controlling interest in the query, yes. Uh, ito yung nasa previous video natin na palagi natin siyang, minsan palagi siyang zero. Non-controlling interest, kunyari, binili mo yung company for 80% lang. Yung 20% na hindi mo naman nabili, that's the non-controlling interest. Okay? Previously held equity interest in the acquiree. Ito magagamit na rin natin to. I will discuss this. Nasa next slide ko siya. Total, add mo to. Itong tatlo, may total yan. Fair value of net identifiable assets acquired. I-minus natin siya. At pag nakuha mo na, ito na yung goodwill. Pag positive pag negative lumabas dyan, gain on bargain purchase. But usually, positive lalabas dyan. Kasi goodwill yung inaano natin focus natin. Alright, review tayo. What is non-controlling interest ba? Yung NCI, ito yung portion of equity ng subsidiary not owned by the parent company. So again, yung sinabi ko, kunyari sa ABC yung acquirer. Tapos, i-acquire niya si XYZ na acquiree, sabi ni ABC. Biling ko 80% nito. 80%. Yung 20% na natitira, that's the non-controlling interest. Okay? So, formula natin dyan, yung sa dito, para malaman natin kung ano yung lalagay natin dito. Yung fair value of net assets, multiply mo sa NCI percent. Syempre, ito yung 20% yung NCI. Okay? So, bakit ba natin siya ni-include? On the balance sheet kasi, we show 100% of the subsidiary assets. So, yung NCI daw acts as a placeholder in the equity section to show that percent lang to. Example, nakalimutan ko tanggalin. To show that the percent or remaining percent of those assets actually belong to other people. Para malaman na kanino yun. Yung, ang tawag dito, kanino nanggaling yung NCI na yun sa ibang tao yun, di ba? Yung part na yun. Etong nakalagay dito, galing sa ibang tao yan. Or outsider siya. Pag wala yung NCI, hindi magbabalance yung consolidated balance sheet natin. Okay. Right. Next, previously held equity interest. Okay. So, ano ba to? The shares you already own, now for example, 15%, before you bought the controlling stake. This is an example lang. The fresh start rule, yung IFRS 3 daw, requires you to treat the old percent as if you sold it and bought it back at today's market price. Nalala niyo yung example ko kanina? Kunyari, sa ABC. Ikaw si ABC ko yung acquirer. Ako si XYZ. Ito yung acquiree. Ang ginagawa ng ABC, bumili mo na siya kasi step acquisition, diba? ABC. Piling nga na 10% ng shares mo, 10%. So, hindi pa to business combination kasi wala pa siyang control eh. Mostly ang control kasi is more than 50%. This is a common example. Bumili siya tapos bumili siya ng 70%. E di, ano na siya, may control ka na. Business combination na yan. So, etong 10% na to, this is the old percent na tinutukoy dito. Okay? Kailangan mo siyang isama sa computation. So, bakit natin siya ini-include? To get control, you are using both your new cash and your old shares. Parang ganda lang yun eh. Ito yung cake. Ano ba? Sa whole company, in-acquire mo yung company. Nandito yung in-acquire mo, tawag dito. Ito yung buong in-acquire mo. Tapos, nandito yung NCI. Nandito yung previously held equity interest. Hmm. Kasi kailangan natin mapakita sa consolidated na 100% siya. Okay? So, papakita mo, this is the part na ito talaga yung sa'yo. Ito yung parang, tawag dito, binili mo siya, di ba? Tapos, kasama mo din yung previously held equity interest. Ito yung, parang ito yung 70%, ito yung 10%, di ba? So, itong NCI, ito yung 20% na hindi pa sa'yo. Mm. Kailangan kasi natin siya mapakita sa consolidated financial statement na 100% siya. Okay? Kung hindi, may magkakaproblema yan sa computation mo sa goodwill. Makikita naman natin siya sa problem solving eh. Don't worry. Ito na nga. On January 1, 2001, EBC Company acquired 15% ownership interest in X. Nakuha ko to pala kay Milan ha. Kay Sir Milan. 15% ownership interest in XYZ Incorporated for 100,000 pesos. ABC Company classified the investment as held for trading securities. In other words, FPPL. Remember yung FPPL? Nasa Intac 1 nyo to. In accordance with PFRS 9. So, on January 1, 2004, ABC Company daw acquired additional 60% ownership interest in XYZ Inc. for 800,000 pesos. So, alam natin na ito na yung consideration transferred. Di ba? Tapos, syempre, may mga relevant information follows. The previously held 15% interest has a carrying amount of 170 on December 31, 2003, and fair value of 180,000 on January 2004. XYZ's net identifiable assets have a fair value of 1 million. ABC elected to measure the NCI at proportionate share. So, nangyari dito, sa ABC, nag, ulit ABC at XYZ. Alam natin, always, ang first step palagi dito is, alamin mo, sino yung acquirer? Ang acquirer natin dito, si ABC. Ba? Tapos si XYZ yung acquiring. Ginawa ni ABC, biling ko 15%. Yan. Okay? So, hindi pa siya business combination kasi that's less than 50% eh. Kailangan, kung gusto mo magkaroon ng control, magkakakontrol ka kapag more than 50%. Hmm. Tapos, after 3 years, bumili siya ng additional 60%. Diba? So, dahil 75% is more than 50%, business combination na siya, may control na siya. Diba? Ayun na, nagkaroon ng bayad, 800,000. Hmm. Tapos, the previously held 15% daw sa carrying amount of 170,000. Itong 15% na to, ito yung previously held. Nalala nyo itong sa formula natin. Ito yun. Ngayon, remember, nakalagay dito, saan ko ba nilagay yun? Ito. We should treat it as fair value. Si sold and bought it today at today's market price. Ito yon, fair value to. Mm-mm. Saan ba yun? Okay. Kita mo dito, may dalawang amount dito eh. May carrying amount na 170,000 at may fair value tayo na 180,000. Ang kukunin natin dito yung fair value. Okay? Kasi nakalagay sa rules eh. XYZ net identifiable assets, kailangan natin sa formula. So, ito yung minus lang natin to. Okay? So, yung NCI natin dito, paano natin malalaman yung NCI? Ito. Ilang percent? Number, yung buong cake is 100%. 15% muna, tapos 60. So, ang tawag dito, 60%, 'di ba? Yung in-acquire mo, 60% na 'to. Yung previously held mo, 15%, ito 'yun. Yung NCI mo is 25% kasi 60 plus 15, 75. 75 to. Eh, yung buong cake, 100%. So, alam natin na 25% to. Pag inad mo yun, 25 plus 60 plus 15 plus 100%. Okay? So, let's have this one. Consideration transferred, balikan natin. Magkano yung binayad niya? 800,000. Ito hindi to. 800,000 to. Palitan ko lang yung kulay. Non-controlling interest in the acquiree, that will be, alam natin 25%, di ba? Yung NCI. Tapos, i-base natin siya sa 1 million. Itong identifiable assets ng acquiree, 1 million. So, this one will be 1 million times 125% is equal to 250,000. Yung previously held interest in acquiring mo, that's based on fair value, which is yung 180,000. Mm-mm. Total mo yan, add mo lang, sa yung calcu ko. 800,000 plus 250,000 plus mo ng 100, sorry. 1,000 plus mo ng 250,000 plus mo ng 180,000. That's 1,230,000. Yung fair value of net identifiable assets acquired, ito yun. Nakalagay sa problem. Yung kay XYZ, 1 million pesos. Hindi na tayo pinag-compute. Niligay na lang. So minus mo lang yan, ang goodwill natin will be 230,000. Hmm. So paano hanapin ulit? Step by step. Alamin mo muna kung sino yung acquirer. Tapos yung acquiree. Alamin mo yung kwento. Binili nyo muna ng 15%. 'Di ba? Tapos bigla siyang bumili pa ng 60%. Naging business combination na. So alam natin yung 15% na yan, ito yung previously held. Tapos, ang previously held, binibase natin yan, ito, the previously held equity interest, sa fair value na 180,000. Dalawa kasing nalabas na numero dyan, no? Yung carrying amount or yung fair value. Fair value po tayo. Yung NCI naman, alam natin yung NCI, kunin mo lahat ng percent. Yung 15 at yung previously held pati yung consideration ay yung pag-acquire niya. 75 na, di ba? Yung buong cake ay 100%. Siyempre, yung 25%, di pa sa kanya yan. So, 25% yan. Yan, yung net identifiable assets na 1 million ni acquiree, multiply mo doon sa 25% na yun. Kaya naging 250,000. So, add mo itong tatlo, ito yung total, minus mo siya dun sa fair value of net identifiable assets acquired o yung ka-acquiree na 1 million pesos. And you will get the goodwill here. Positive kaya goodwill. So, control is not about where you start, but about the steps you take to get there. So, parang sa accountancy lang yan. Gusto mo mapasa yung board, syempre, alam ka muna ng basic accounting, sa sunod, intermediate na, ngayon na, sa advanced accounting na tayo, di ba? Yun lang yun. So, that's the end of the lesson on business combinations, part 13, step acquisition. If you have questions or you need the clarifications, please comment down. Again, this is James, your math and language instructor. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you on my next video. Mas mahirap pa na topic. But don't worry, I will make it mas madali for you guys. Maraming salamat po. Bye!